about to get started. And guys, this is the build 3 of the Foodie app, and let me see what I've done so far and what I'm supposed to do now. I already know what I'm supposed to do, which is to continue with the build and finish with everything. So let me check my beautiful UI. Guys, this is a developer, right? The one that developed the UI. This is him. His name is Marvis Dosa. So you can find him on Dribble, on Behance, Twitter, and then Instagram. So you guys should try and check out his profile, because his designs are so nice, so cool, and beautiful. So yeah, now let's go into the mobile screen and get started, right? So oh guys, this is Foodie, and my eyes are closing, but we have to do Foodie. Who loves food? I love food. Do you like food? You love food. Who else doesn't love food? Everybody do like food. Yeah, so let's get into action and get a heavy work or the heavy lifting started, right? So yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, so yeah, there's the design. Let me jump in and run the app to make sure my Foodie is running perfectly. Then from there I can see the screen that I have to build. Phew. Are you ready to see beautiful printers and builds and all that? Yeah. Yeah guys, it's just another beautiful day in my corner or in my own world, and then I'm here to join you guys, or to actually have you guys follow me build the Foodie app, right? So guys, harmless, thanks very much for the likes. Guys, thank you very much for the likes and the follow. Let's build the app and get started. So where do we go? Let's get this done. And yeah, to get started, we have our sign up and our login. Log into the app. Now this is what we have, guys. This is what we have for Foodie, and then this is what we have for our bar, right? This beautiful thing, this beautiful screen has been built by who? By me. He ain't got nothing to talk about it. Yeah, so let's see what we are gonna do. Let me see what I have to build and what I don't have to build, because you can't force me to. Yeah, so let's Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Okay, someone said that's not it, so let me keep quiet. I thought you guys said it is Scooby Dooby Doo, so why am I saying Scooby and people are looking at me as if it's not Scooby Dooby Doo? Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. So the drawer goes off, and then the app bar goes off. So what am I looking at? The search bar. Okay, the search bar goes off. In the single child scroll view, then we have the padding for the category stuff. Really? All right, so you two go off. You also go off. Now after this, the next thing for me to build is the almighty this. Phew. I'm gonna build the almighty this, right? So this screen, right? This screen is one crazy screen that I have to make sure that I take my time to build it, because it's just a single screen, right? But the design is so peak. The design is so peak that I don't have to just jump into building. I have to take a good look at it before I build it. So let's look at this. So we are gonna have a container as usual, right? But this this container is gonna have this, right? The container is gonna have a stack, and the stack is gonna have this element aligned at the top, and then it's gonna have this at the bottom. Whew. Is that the best way to go about this? I can't fight that. You cannot tell me whether it is or not, but it is what it is. Yeah, so what do I have to do now? I have to make sure that I am able to build this element. I am able to have it on my screen. So what and what and what am I looking at? Why does this look like this? Is this how you're supposed to look? You're supposed to look this way. Really? Yeah. Yeah, so this is it, and then this is the screen. Yeah. Sorry, my TikTok people. Sorry, my TikTok people. I actually hit the screen. The screen was not showing well. I would have to go with it like that. So let me see. Building this, I would have to focus on this page, which is this. So enough of the talk. Let's jump into the development, right? So go to the code and call design is crazy, right? So how to even start building it? It's kind of, I'm feeling like, am I really gonna do this? But I would have to do it no matter what. So first thing is the sizing. So let me set my size like this. I'm gonna set the height, and the height is gonna be 40, but it's not gonna be 40 anymore. So 60.0. That's gonna be the height, and then let me do the width, right? So Scooby Dooby Doo. This will be a stack. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. And then we have children. Okay, so we're gonna have two child. We are gonna have a container and then a cycle. So Scooby, what's the height of the container? Let's confirm that. The height of the container is what is it? It is 270. That is the height of the container. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. We're gonna have the height as 260. Scooby Dooby Doo. And then the width is gonna be double dot infinity. That's gonna be the width, right? So double dot infinity. What is max finite? I said give me infinity. So Scooby Dooby Doo. Let's give it a color. So decoration box decoration, and then color. Yeah, so Scooby Dooby Doo. Now let's have this and run this. What are we gonna have? We are gonna have this. The width is not supposed to be this huge, because as we check it here, the width is 220. So that is gonna be my width, right? So let me give this to 220. So Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, that will be my width. Now the next thing for me is to do the radius and the other stuff, right? So radius is 30. So I'm gonna do border radius. Scooby Dooby Doo. Border radius is circular, which is gonna be 30, or just 32.0, right? So Scooby Dooby Doo. Border radius looking good. Background color is white, so I'm gonna change this to white. Yeah, so I should now have this Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, and it has a little shadow, so I'm gonna have something like box shadow like this, and then let me call my box shadow, and then the color is gonna be black 12. So box shadow color is black 12, and then elevation, no, I'm gonna use offset, right? So offset is gonna be, I know the horizontal 0.4, right? So let me do this and then confirm. Look at me, yeah, my back, the kuma, what you see, the corner, here you go see. Kilo, thanks very much for the likes. Please don't forget to subscribe and also check out my YouTube channel. Alright, that's the name on your screen, Code with Secho. We are live on YouTube so that you can have access to all the videos that is in there. And also when you get there, don't forget to subscribe. Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, so we are gonna have our white. Why is white is big? Okay, blur radius is actually 60. 60 is a lot. So let me run this and see. Now we are not gonna have an offset, so let me still run it and see. Now it should appear just below it. Now we are gonna have to do blur radius, which is 60. That's huge. Scooby Dooby Doo. So that's our blur radius. Now we just have to make sure that the color is as white as snow. When the freeze, so it is white with 10, right? So even this is too much. The color is black, right, with values alpha 0. alpha point 1. Yeah, Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, so this is the color. Yeah, now what am I doing next? I'm bringing this cycle. This cycle is the item, right? Yeah, hola Darwin. Hola, what's up? What's going on, guys? So let me bring this cycle is gonna be like, what the hell? So this guy actually went for an image, but as the developer you have to make sure that your cycle looks like this, which is kind of a headache because not all the elements look like that, right? So this is a food, and the food is on a container. Yet, so I'm building an app. This app is called Foodie. I named it the Foodies app, and it's just a random app that I built, right? So I'm a software developer, I'm a mobile app developer, and in learning, all right, in trying to develop myself and build on my skill, I go online, look for random applications, and then I build them. Yeah, so that is what I do. And I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel. This is actually the 100th video. This will be video 100 on my YouTube channel. So you can check out the name Code Researcher and then also be part of my community. Don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in learning mobile app development too. Don't forget to reach out to me. Thank you. Yeah, so I was thinking that we can make use of this design. But looking at the design, right, what I can tell you is that yes, it is not. At first, I was getting confused because I thought I have to do a lot, but I just realized that the images, right, these circular images are the images of different foods, all right, different foods types. This is their images, and what I have to do is to just create a circle, right, a circle that will hold this particular image. All right, just make sure that I give a little bit of shadow to that particular image to give it a feel, which will actually make it look like this. So that is what we are going to do, and that is what I'm about to do. Scooby Doo, get to work. Guys, that's not my name. By the way, my name is not Scooby Doo. I don't want anybody to go out there and be like, yo, I saw this guy online. His name is Scooby Doo, and he is a software developer. He's very good at what he does. Yeah, he's very good, but the name is not Scooby Doo. Yeah. Guys, let's build a container, right? So, this container, I'm gonna have a height. Let me confirm this. Yeah, a height of 128. So a height of the width of the same thing. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have this decoration. Yeah, so decoration and then box decoration. Now I'm gonna have white, but I have to give it a shape, right? So let me change this to green. Yeah, let me use green for now. And then I'm gonna remove the border radius because now it's gonna be a cycle, right? So shape, it's a cycle. So box shape dot circle. Now let me run and see what I have. So this is what I have, right? This is what I have. I have to make sure that it is centered. So I run this and then I put it in centered like this. Centered, and you've run all the way to the end of the container. Is that what I taught you? No, that is not what I taught you. So I'm going to do positioned. I'm going to replace this center with position rather, right? So positioned. And then if I run, it's going to be like this. So the left is no, the right is no. That should put it in the center like this. And then the top, right, the top is going to be a negative, so I'm going to do top and then negative 32. No, 32 is too small. Negative 40. So I should not have this. What the hell? Why is there a container holding this? This is what am I saying? Wait, what am I saying? Nah, this is not supposed to go this way. What am I saying, guys? Hmm. What am I saying? You're not supposed to go this way. No, you're not supposed to go this way. You are not supposed to go this way, man. You're not supposed to look like that. Not now, not tomorrow, not even in the new few years to come. You're not supposed to look like that. That's not what the UI says. The UI says otherwise. I'm using a stack, so why are you going out of your way? Okay, imagine I use top of 40 without a negative. Now we are gonna have this. So if this should be a bottom of 240, then it's gonna go out of proportion. But that is not what we are doing, right? That is not what I'm doing. I haven't bounded these two items to any size and element or whatever. So I am now confused why it is kind of acting weird. Because why? Why are you acting weird? But why? Why? Now what we can do is to wrap this, right? We can wrap this in a sized box and give it a height. Let me first start this way, right? So that you understand what we can do. So if I wrap it in a size board and I give it a height of 80, I'm gonna have something like this, right? But if I wrap it in a size box and then I give it let me do a container, right? So a container, sorry, a container, let me put it in a container. What are you taking me? Yeah, so put this in a container and have the color as red. So let me just have the color as red, right? So box decoration color is red. So let me have this container color as red. It's gonna look like this. Now if I should increase the height of this container, right? So we are gonna focus on something like this height. So this height here is 252, but we are going to use 260. I would use a 260 height for the as that of the container's height. So now it should look like this. Now looking like this, that means this element, which is, oh, I think, are we using the same height for the box and the container? Then that is crazy, because this is supposed to have a size of 200. Okay, so the white is supposed to have a size of 200, let's just say 220, and then the box will take the rest of the size. So why is it now looking that way? So this is gonna have a size of 220, and so let's make this 280. Yeah, so if I have 280 now, all I have to do is to make sure that this particular container is wrapped in a line, and then the alignment is gonna be bottom center, right? So let me do alignments and then bottom center like this. So let me see. Why is, guys, I think I would have to rewrite this, right? Because I'm just seated playing around with the whole layout and it wants to fool with me, because this is supposed to be very easy and straight to the point. So I don't know why it is acting this way. I have to sit up and and take my coding shoes before it gets out of hand, right? So this is what we are gonna do right now. I have this element as a stack. I have this element as a stack, and then the next thing for me to do is to make sure that the circle, right, the green circle is aligned to the top of this. It's aligned to the top as it is looking here, right? So what we can do is to change this. On a normal, we are not even supposed to face the issue that I just faced, which doesn't make sense, right? The issue that I just faced does not make sense. So let me use align and change alignment to comment out this and make alignment to top center, right? So top center. I'll rerun, and then I have this. I don't know why it is jumping to that particular end, because something somewhere should be should be influencing it to actually behave like that, because top center, it's supposed to be at somewhere at the top, but maybe it's because the stack is not wrapped in any particular widget, right? So the stack has actually taken the whole width of the screen, which means that in order to use the stack, we have to wrap it in a size box or something, right? Let's put it in a size box or something. Then in that way, we can now determine the height and then the width of it. So if we should put this stack in a size box, if we should put this stack in, let me put it in a container so that you guys can actually see as I build, right? So let's give it a color, right? And then yellow, because this is supposed to be easy. You're not supposed to actually, so now you can see that the stack's width has taken the entire screen, right? And it's not supposed to be like that. The width of the stack, it's supposed to be the same as its child, right? So what we are going to do is that this container is going to have a width just as that of the child. So that will be 220, like this. That is what the largest child has. So now we have this. Okay, now after having this, we want this element to appear at the far end of the screen. So if we should change this back to positioned, if I change this back to positioned, then what am I gonna have? Yeah, so let me bring it back to position and see what I'll have. So yeah, this is what I have, and then let me change the top to 0. Yeah, change the top to 0, then I have this. Now it is at the very top. So what it is saying is that if I should increase the height of this container to 300, then it should be at the far end, right? So now this child is gonna be in align. So align, and then the alignment of this align widget is gonna be in the bottom center. Yeah, bottom center, like this. So now you can see, guys, that we are getting exactly the height or the size of what I'm looking for. I was playing around. Yeah, that's what happens when you are playing around, right? So I was playing around, that's why the layout got confused, and I have to stop the play and focus, because hey, there's no way you are gonna have to give us a tough time here. We are developers and we build and build and build, so you can't give us a tough time, bro. You can't give us a tough time. Yeah, so the width of this is 212 and the width of this is 128. Yeah, so let's look at the circle. We have 128 and the width of this is 200. Yeah, it says 200, so let's give it the same 200. So we can actually use the 212 width as it was in the beginning, so and forever shall it be, world without end. Amen. Yeah, so as it was in the beginning, is now and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Yeah, so now we are gonna have this element as a white element and also give it a box shadow. Then we should be done, right? So let's have this like this. Now we have our box shadow. Let me see what I'm gonna have. I have it this way. So let me take off all the stoppy stuff, because I don't want them to be there. So I have my white now, and then the next one for me to finalize on the design is to take this off and then replace this with size box, and when I rerun, boom, Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, now the design look exactly like what we have here. Now we have this as this. So the next thing for me to do is to just put in the images, drop the images, drop the text, and then I'm done. Yeah, then I'm done. Then I'm done, man. Then I'm done, my brother. You can take this from me, bruh. This is what I do, and this is what we do, bro. This is what I do. You want to see mobile applications development? Join my channel. You want to see mobile applications development? Join my channel, bro. My channel is on YouTube, code researcher, you just want to have a raw experience with everything, right? From start building, like, bro, I'm talking too much. Let me just go straight to the point. If you want to enjoy mobile applications development, you want to feel the vibe, right? Then, bro, don't forget to subscribe, right? Because this is the 100th video on the channel, so it's like a celebration for me because I've been able to make 100 videos, and all is about mobile applications development. So if you're interested, just go on the channel, Code Researcher, and check it out. Now we are gonna have our text, and it's a semi-bold text with all this. So let's just put it down there. It's gonna be very quick. So let me just do text. Sorry, app text. Sorry, app text, and then we are gonna call semi-bold. Yeah, people call it semi-bold. And Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo, veggie tomato mix. I'm gonna have this Scooby Dooby Doo. That is the veggie tomato mix. Okay, now looking at that, the next thing I have to do is to give this container padding. So I'm gonna give it a constant padding and symmetric. Yeah, then vertical padding is gonna be at 16.0, and my horizontal should, oh well, if I knew I would use the 16.0 for the horizontal too, then I would just have to use all. Right, so use all and change this to 16.0. Yeah, so Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, I have my item. Let me check the font size. The font size is 22. And what is the default font size here? 16. Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, so font size, I'm gonna have 22.0 as my font size. Now this is what I have. And then the text align, we have to align the text, right? Whew, it's not here, right? So I have to call text align, and then text align, and then let me call text align. Let me just say align. I don't need to do that whole text align thing. Yeah, so down here I'm gonna call align, and then supply align, either align or we align to start, right? So text align to the start of the screen. Yeah, so we have this. Now let me jump here and call my align and put it in the center. Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, the next one is gonna be the same thing but with a different color. So it's gonna be the FA4C. That's gonna lie the primary bright color. So pick this. Don't do anything. Just pick this. Drop it here. Do it this way. Call in Naira, 1,000 something something. So we are gonna write in GHS, Ghana cedis, 1,900 Ghana cedis. That is what we are gonna do. So we have this. Alright, so is it the same size? When did I close this? When did I make it so little, so tiny? I don't remember making it this tiny. Yeah, so this is actually bold with 17, bold 16, right? So bold, and then the size is 16. Yeah, so you're gonna have bold with the size 16. Let me do this alignment for it as well. Okay, Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh God, I do like trash. Bet she no sabi cook, make she no get nyash. Make she no sabi cook, make she no get nyash. I just need my nas, I don't need nyash. Just give me nas. One big follower. Oh God, I too like followers. Make she no sabi cook, make she just be my follower. Make she no get manners, make she just be my follower. All I need be say make you be my follower, Charlie. Just be my follower, then you are good. Then we are good. There is nothing between you and I. We are not gonna fight, right? Just be my follower, then that is it. We and I are not gonna fight. We are not gonna hassle anything. Yeah. To the color, primary bright. Yeah. Primary bright color, and then the spacing is 8.0. So the usual 8.0 spacing, then I'm good to go. Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, so now I'm gonna wrap this in a pattern and make sure I push it a little bit away from the top, then that should be it. So I'm just gonna do only top. Just for the top, give me a 32px pattern like this. Then Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, just as we have it on the UI, Scooby Dooby Doo. Now let me test something. What happen if we have a lot of text, right? So let me do this and see Scooby Dooby Doo. Then we are gonna have that many number of text, right? By looking at this design, we only have to have 2 lines of text, which means that when the text is more than 2, then we have to use ellipses. So I am going in here, and then in the semi bold I have to set max line, right? So Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, so when I'm thinking the tone or the ringtone that you hear is Scooby Dooby Doo. I don't know if it is Scooby Dooby Doo or whatever, but yeah, so Scooby Dooby Doo. Am I using? Yeah, why am I using double? It's supposed to be int, man. So max line is gonna be 2, max line is gonna be 2, max line is gonna be 2. So when I run this, I'm supposed to have a max line of 2. So now let me use this egg and blah 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 and kakumba and da 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 and see how it's gonna be. Yeah, so what is gonna be? It's gonna be, oh, me in the line. Let me see, Boise. Let me see, Boise. What is gonna be? It's gonna be a bay, a bay, a bay. Yeah, so now I have this. The next thing for me to do is to make sure that I do that particular overflow, right? So when the text overflow, what would I do? What am I supposed to do when the text overflow, right? So I'm gonna do text overflow. Guys, thanks very much for the likes. I really appreciate them. Please don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, right? And also subscribe and be part of the family. This is a 100 video on the channel. Hey, am I saying channel? Yeah, so guys, this is a 100 video on the channel. It's a great achievement for me because I never knew I can actually make videos all the way up to 100. Like, bro, I'm working with a company. I'm always busy, but yet I'm able to come in here and make videos. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So play on. Thanks very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being the first person to follow me today. Play on. You are actually my first follower today. Thank you very much. And also don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. If you are enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the live and you want to have more of these experiences, you want to see me build apps in real time like this, then you should check out my YouTube channel. The name is on your screen, Code with Secho. So if you are watching on TikTok or you're watching on Twitch, you can actually check out my channel. Yeah, so what do I have here? Yeah, so we have our screen now. We have everything set up. As you can see, we have everything set up. We don't have to do much. So let's jump all the way back to the screen. Yeah, so now we have this. All we have to do is to download these food images, right? Download these food images and use them again and again and again and again. So we are gonna pick image 1, image 2, image 3, and image 4. After getting all those images, we would have to do what? What do we have to do to this image? Export it as a PNG in a high format. And then I'm gonna locate it in my Finder. Here they are, food delivery app. Open it with this and have it dropped here. Open this and we have this for images. So we are going to copy this and call it dummy food images. Dummy food images. Dummy food images. Can I access the image itself? 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 1 2. Yeah, that was the same thing I did. I want to make sure that the image I've copied is not a bad one, right? So yeah, to images, and then we are gonna drop this in here. Yeah, so they are this this and this. That is our image. Yeah, so let me jump all the way to lib features core assets and specify my dummy food images, right? So 1 2 3 dummy food images, and under that I'm gonna have a static string of dummy food image 1. So dummy food image 1 like this, and it's gonna be this. Yeah, so I have this. What I have to do is to just duplicate. So control D, command D. Inama D, ama, and it's on into ama, inama D, ama, and it's on into ama, inama D, hey, my name's Sunny Till, hey, anama, oh, hey, anama, oh. Yeah, me nama D, ama, me num sunny till, ama, me nama D, ama, me num sunny till, ama, me nama D, me num sunny till, oh no my, hey, oh, yeah. So guys, I sing, as you can see, Josie. The missing Josie is back to the house of developers. Josie, we have a fight. Is it Josie or Josie? Whatever it is, we have a fight. And an ending fight. That's what we have. Yeah, so I'm gonna do something right now. What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do, by the way? Thanks for the likes. I don't know if you're actually on the YouTube channel, but if you're not part of the YouTube channel, Josie, we are gonna fight, because the last time you promised me, you said, "Oh, I'm gonna be part of the YouTube channel and I'm gonna drop that follow." But I'm not sure you did it. So if I could check and I don't find Josie, we are gonna fight. Yeah, yeah. So that's just by the way. Let me create a list of dummy food assets, right? So dummy food assets. No, let me just call it dummy foods. Who wants to be served some food tonight, all the way from Ghana? Garnered land of freedom. So 2 3 then 4. Garnered. If you know who, if you know, I can see you enjoy this coding thing. Oh yeah, Josie, I love it, right? Instead of just enjoying it, I love it. Ta-da! It shock you? Yeah, it is what I do after work. I only have to make sure I eat, I do my other personal stuff or other things that I'm supposed to do, and then I go on live build, because this is how I actually learn more, right? When I'm live like this, I learn a lot, because I'm trying to build with a limited amount of time, right? So the time is just little, and I have to make sure that I build within that particular time frame. So yeah, it helps me actually learn and build faster. Some of us don't even want to hear about coding. You will do it by force. Obey, you will code. You're gonna code, my dear Josie. You are gonna write codes. Yeah, so what can I do? What's the next thing? I can do something here, right? instead of shape or color, I can do background image. So I can have image open in live server Slayer. This is not, this is a mobile app that I'm working on, right? It's not a web app, so yeah, there's nothing like live server in here. This is Flutter. So image, and we are gonna call asset image. Call my asset image, and then wait, let's do is it image? Oh yeah, decoration image. Guys, the thing's chow for the head. So before you go calm no, before go back and then it's not my fault though. Yeah, so now what I'm gonna do, what software are you using? Yeah, I'm using Android Studio. I'm using Android Studio. Android Studio is the IDE, and then I'm using Flutter to build, right? So that is what I am using. I am using that, right? And that is how I'm able to build in with ease, because I don't have to do much. I only have to build this and make sure it looks good, then I'm good to go, right? So yeah, you all can see the mistake that I've done. I don't know if you can see the mistake that I've done, but yeah, I've done a crazy mistake which I have to solve. Yeah, Josie, so yeah, that is that, and that is it. That is it. I want to confirm all, I want to make sure this is working correctly before I even go into fixing that overflow issue. Yeah, so it is not covering it, which is actually a little bit crazy because it has to cover it. So let me generate one item for now. I'm quiet because I have to do something. I made a mistake, right? I made a mistake. I made a crazy mistake. I don't want to go back. What's up, man? Been a while. New project, of course. Yeah. So okay. Sekundi. Yeah, it's been a while. You've been gone. You've been a long way without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Yeah, so since I've seen you, I'm gonna tell you that you've missed a lot. You've been away for so long, and we've completed the previous course. Right, I've completed a previous course, and this is actually a new product, or a new product that I am working on. Yeah, so as you already know, I go online, look for beautiful, crazy apps, and then I build them. So this is just another random app that I am building. I thought you've been getting the notifications on the YouTube channel anytime I go live. Don't you? Don't you get the notifications when I go live, guys? Guys, don't you get my notification when I go live? It's a single child scroll view. The child is gonna be a row. I want to start with a row before I do the single child, so that people that don't actually know what's up will actually will see for themselves how I'm able to achieve some of the designs, right? So list.generate is going to be a list of the dummy fruits. Where is the dummy fruit? I do, but been busy with my app, man. Remember, I can't code, so I take long to get things done. Oh yeah. unfortunately unfortunately, but Zikondi, we are here, right? You are building with me. You are supposed to, like, what I want you to do, right, is to continue with your work, but try to actually understand the basics. I love it, like when people are focused on the basics. So whilst you are trying to complete your project, right? I don't know how big is it. I don't know how long it's gonna take you to finish it, but whilst you are trying to do that, make sure you do less of AI support, right? And pro- I tell you, trust me, before you'll be done with the app, right, or before you'll be done with the product, if you do less of AI coding, you would already master most of the basics and almost the intermediate stuff. So I want you to just do that for the sake of tech and software engineering. Please, we beg you. Please, we beg you, do that for us. We beg you, please, Ikondi. Please do that. Yeah, so we have this. Since it's a list that I'm generating, the next thing I'm gonna do is to make sure I put this in an only pattern, and then the right is gonna be 8.0. Yeah, Lucid. Lucid, I've seen you before, right? Haven't I? I think I've seen Lucid before. There's been a Lucid before. If you are new here, don't forget to follow before you run away. Yeah, so guys, if you are new, don't forget to follow before you run away. True, man. Been doing that. That's why it's taking long. But I'm done for over one at least. Yeah, but AI is doing everything as good as a real developer. So using the AI, I say it isn't that bad. I don't know. Yeah, 7. It's true what you are saying, but a developer must understand first what the code is about and what the basics are about before giving it to AI. Don't forget that AI hallucinates sometimes. And when AI hallucinates on a code that you are working on, and then you too don't understand what is being generated by the AI, chaos. Yeah, so I always say that feel free to build with AI, but always try to understand the basics, understand the structure, because I believe when you're about to build, you have to tell AI that, hey, I am using this stack. This is how I build my app. This is how you should structure my folders. This goes into this. I think you would have to do all that, right? Because when I'm about to develop, I sit down and tell myself, I look at the app and I know this is how I have to structure the folder. This is how I have to write widgets and all that. So I'm sure you do that with your AI as well. And in order to get that done, you would have to be good at the basics or with the foundations before you can actually instruct AI to do something for you. So that is what I think. That is my opinion. I don't know what any other or someone else thinks, but that is what I believe. So let me take off that background color. There's a little white background color. This thing here, I think I have to take away the shadow. I think I have to take away the shadow because now it's like the shadow is doing too much. The shadow is doing what it's not asked to do. Yeah, so now I've seen an issue and I have to tackle that issue with something right now, which means I would have to create a new column. Oh, I hate it when I have to go back like this. I hate it when I have to go all the way back here and start again. Yeah, to column, and yeah, I did that. I was manually doing everything like creating files and yeah, and all that. Yeah, that's great. So you have to do that. It's gonna take a lot of time, but it is very much worth it. When you are okay with it, you can go ahead and deal with your AI engines anyhow you want to do with them. But for now, just make sure that Charlie, you are very good at the front end, you are very good at the with the basics, right? Just make sure you are very good with the basics, then feel free to build anyhow you want to build. Yeah, I always say that AI, right? AI is a tool. Do you do testing for apps, of apps for people? Yeah, only for my company, but I haven't done it for an external source before. Yeah, I haven't done a software testing for an external source before. Input on your app, that means I have to make a lot of time, right? That means I have to make a lot of time for us to actually do that. Okay, MCA, thanks very much for the follow. That means I have to do a lot of things to MCA. Again, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Let me say that part before I jump. Yeah, and 7, thanks for the follow as well. Please, guys, this video is actually the 100th video on the YouTube channel. I mean, just looking at the user side, not good. All right, cool. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. I have to just check what's up with me, then I think we can try something like that. So guys, this is the 100th video on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to go on there and just celebrate me with 1 subscription, and let's be in touch. That's all. Hey, it's like I'm speaking a lot. I have to finish this. Guys, I'm talking a lot. Jeez. That's, I forgot, and I was saying a lot of things. Yeah, so Zikonde, I think we can check that out. Yeah, I think we can check that out. I believe we can do that. I was talking too much and I even forgot about my work. Typing. Oh, typing. Thank you very much for the follow. I really like your name, right? I've been seeing some beautiful names on this channel, on TikTok, and I feel like, oh, my name is actually crazy. I should have gone for some crazier name, because yeah, someone's name is typing and it's kind of, it sounds crazy. I like crazy things, right? Crazy names like typing, like, yeah, your name is typing. That's great. Yeah, that's great, guy. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I have to remove this rule, right? I don't need it here. I have to remove this rule. I don't need it here. Okay, I think I can have it. Yeah, I can have it. I can have the rule, and then let's go of this padding. I can have the rule and let go of this pattern. Yeah, so you can just text me up and then we'll see when I'll be ready, and when you'll be ready then we can try something like that. Yeah, so now I've gotten this. Let me take off the shadow. I can take off the shadow for now, because no, not for this one. I think the shadow for, what is actually giving that shadow? What is giving that shadow? I don't know what is giving that shadow. I know what is giving that shadow. If I take this white off, this is gonna be entirely off, right? So if I do this shadow, I have this. If I have this shadow as nothing, I have this. So what else is giving that huge shadow? I think I know what is doing it. Is this container, right? Is this container that's giving out that huge shadow. If we take off the radius, now we have that. You think I don't know? I know. I go get plenty money. I know everything on you. I know that's money goes up. Plenty money go can goes up. Only to be also up. Yeah, 232. Then this is a shadow. I think I can create an offset for this. The UI tricked me. One thing about UI is that they look great until you start to develop. Then you'll be like, what the hell? Yeah, that's one thing about UIs. They're always looking beautiful. They're looking presentable. You'll be like, oh, I can do this in 2 minutes, until you start working on it. Awal Bango, thanks for joining the family of developers. Thank you for following me. I really appreciate that. One thing I want to say is, guys, it's been a very beautiful moment actually doing this. Coming back from work, building apps, you people enjoying it, we following each other, just having fun whilst we build, right? It's so great and beautiful, and yeah, it's actually a good experience. So guys, don't forget, right, to check out the channel, and also let's connect on YouTube as well, because anytime we go on live and you miss any of the videos, you can just jump on YouTube and then pick it from there. So what say you? Yeah. Effect Square Events, thanks for the follow, guys. The follows are coming in and I really appreciate all of them. Yeah, so now The beautiful part of the design is the image. So let's bring in the image and see how it's gonna be. A side project. Thanks for the likes. I hope you follow, and then we are gonna be in touch. And then you check out my YouTube channel. This is 100 video on the YouTube channel, so it's a celebration. Yeah, it's a celebration, guys. Let's celebrate. It's a box decoration, and then the next thing for me to do is to. I haven't seen you doing website yet. You do? Do you do only apps at your company? No, I work. My company, we do mostly websites. We have a few apps which is for some other companies, but most of our projects are websites. But personally, I build app and I work with other people that I work for. So they are all into mobile apps. That one is a full another, yeah. So bro, I do mobile apps in my company. It's mobile apps, web, and then desktop applications, those stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so what do I pick from here? What do I pick from here? Yeah, so I'm just that guy that you come to and say, hey, we have this project coming in. Can you jump in and let's get it worked on? Yeah, that's the vibe there. Just go there, pick projects, work on it, and then finish it and say bye bye. Oh my god. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Let me do something. Huh. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. I enjoy the mobile app because I like to just build things. And I like to build things that I can have on my phone, take a look at it, and be like, oh, guy, I did this. And imagine me meeting a group of people and then just showing them I built this, I built this, I built this. Sometimes it's nice when you just have to sit somewhere, look at somebody, and be like, you see what you're doing? I've done a lot of it. Damn, bruh, I've done a lot of it. Yeah, guys. Apologies, guys. I'm just that guy. Yeah. So I'm gonna change this to container, right? I'm gonna change this to container, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna create an instance of food, right? So let me create an instance of the object food, which will be the dummy foods, and we pick the index. Thank you very much for the likes. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna buy you food. I'm gonna send you food from the app after we are done building it. Yeah, so only right, so right, and then if right, we are gonna check that the food, so dummy foods dot last, if the last element in the dummy food is equal to this particular food, then the margin right should be 16, right? 16.0, else it should be nothing. So what we are just doing is adding a little bit of margin to the end of this. That is all we are doing. It's not any huge thing. It's not any thing, but it's just a normal code that we've built again and again and again and again, and it's in the body. Yeah, so let me do the best part. I know all of you are waiting for this part. You're like, why is this guy speaking and not doing the best part of the thing? I know. Yeah, so let's bring the image, the most serious or beautiful part of the app, right? So let's refresh, and then ta-da. Guys, that is the image. What can we do? Yes, that is the image, and it's not my fault, it's not your fault, but what has happened, right? What is happening is that the image actually have some padding, right, or some transparent white underneath it, and that is what is making it to look like this. So if let me first do the fit to cover. Let me first use it to cover or take off the whole parent. This is what we have, which is kind of out of proportion because you're not supposed to go that huge. You're supposed to be inside of this container. You're not supposed to go out of it. So I don't understand. If it is contained, then we are likely looking like something like this. Yeah, so let's look for a better image because these images are kind of not in a good shape. You can see it for yourself, right? This is how the images are. So we can't actually make use of something like this. So let me go in online and then search some. Yeah, Tinaishi, 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 Tinaishi. I hope I'm correct with that. Yeah, welcome. You've been away. I think. Okay, let me follow back. Yeah, see. Uh, yeah, let's see what's up. Destiny, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so T, what's up? What's up, Mr. T, Madam T, just T, what's up? So let's search for good foods. Let's just search for good foods. So guys, what's up? What's popping? How often do you do this? I do this every day. I do this all the time. As soon as I wake up, I am doing this. Yeah, so you can check out my YouTube channel, right? I normally create a playlist where I build a lot of I build a particular app. I build it until I get to the end of it, and then I go to a different one. It's just a tactics that is helping me kind of build on my skill and be a better developer, right? Build on my skill and be a better developer. So yeah, I do that all the time. So guys, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, right? The name is Code with Secho. The name of the channel is Code with Secho. So you can check it out and drop a subscription and be part of the family. Yeah, so I'm looking for good foods that we can use, right? So let's download them. Let's download like 5 foods. We already have the first one. Let me second, third, fourth. Yeah. So this is actually a live session for developers, right? So we have like people that just post for real life, people that do different type of live streaming and stuff, and they go there, they talk about things. This is a live stream for developers, especially mobile app developers, right? People that are tech enthusiasts. Guys, tech enthusiasts, right? This is for you guys. Just come out here, let's chat, let's build together. If you have discussions, you put it on board. If it's about AI, I know a lot of you have things. Some of you have a thing for AI. Some of you too have a lot of things against AI. So you're going to put it on board, and then we discuss it, and we keep the ball rolling. Yeah. So for image 4, I'm gonna download 5 images. I need only 5. Yeah, I need only 5 images. Then we move on. Yeah, so what else? What else? What else? What else? What else am I gonna pick? What's your favorite food, man? Let's add one pizza. A lot of people be like, I want to eat pizza, so let's add one pizza. Or should we go with this shrimps? What's the name for it? Oh, what's the name? What's the name? Sushi. Is that what you call it? Yeah, so we're downloading the last image. Let's download the last image and then we move on. Give all the code to GPT or Copilot. You end up rewriting the code yourself. Steph. Yeah, so guys. Yeah, you have to rewrite it yourself. And the crazy part is, if only you can you understand what you need enough or what you are looking for enough to actually write it yourself. The unfortunate thing is, a lot of people are so eager or are in a hurry to build, right? They see people build, they see people develop, and then they'll be like, wow, I want to be like this person. So they are so eager to build mobile apps, they are eager to build websites and all that, but they don't actually take their time to learn, right? They don't take their time to learn, to understand that, okay, if I want to do this, this is how I would have to do it. If I want to do this, this is how I would have to do it. They don't take their time to study all that. They just be like, I want to do it, I want to do it, and then that's it. Then when they start building, they get to realize that, bro, it is more difficult than what they thought it was. Then they start to jump into AI, and that is where they begin to lose themselves. That is where they begin to lose themselves, because instead of you taking your time to learn the basics, you jump into building with AI. So what then happens is that AI will take away your superpower. AI is not a bad entity. AI is not bad. But if you don't use it well, if you don't take your time, you are going to end up becoming a slave to that particular AI engine. And that has happened to a lot of people. Some of them are still struggling to build, some of them have given up. So, yeah, it's, uh, it's crazy. And then you would have to actually be ready to pay the price of sitting in your room all day long, debugging a code, reading articles, reading documentations, just trying to better your understanding and the whole code base. You, bro, you have to put your whole. If you want to do it half half, you go home with nothing. Yeah. So enough of the talk. Let me see if my stuff are ready. Oh, do I only have, how many foods do I have? Oh, the foods are not enough. I have only three. Oh, my battery is low. Oh, guys, my battery is low. Yeah, so guys, if you are watching once more, this is gonna be the number 100, the number 100 video on the YouTube channel. So let's use this as a celebration to support the channel. The last time I checked, we have less than 300 subscribers, which I think it's not so bad. But yeah, if you're watching, you are enjoying, and you haven't subscribed yet, just go in there, tap on subscribe, and support the channel. Yeah. Okay, so now we have our food images. As you can see, let's go in the assets and take care of some few stuff. So we are gonna have the last image, which is the fourth one. So this is gonna be 4, and this is gonna be 4. Yeah. So I have 1 to 2. Sorry, this is gonna be 5. Yeah. So what do we do? All this PNG will be changed to JPG, right? So yeah. Okay. Now on home screen, let's add one last food. Let me add one last food, which is this. Now rerun my app and let me see what I have. Scooby Dooby Doo. What? You're not gonna run? So okay, do it this way. Close it totally, and then let's see what we are gonna get. Close it. What? You don't want to close the emulator? It doesn't want to close the emulator. Yeah. So now rerun. Okay. Yeah, huh. Guys, what's up? Where are we? Let this run and let's see if we can go and come back, or we just have to finish everything before. Yeah, why am I here? Clear these tabs. I don't need them. Yeah, have you run yet? Um, okay. I'm experiencing some delay in response. I'm experiencing a delay in response here. Yeah, so now you can see we have our image. We have our images. Now, one thing for us to do is to make sure that these images do not, is it do not? No, let's just make sure they fit inside of the cycle. That is all we have to do, and then we should be so good to go, right? So go all the way to where I have my image, and before I'm gonna use this image, I have to wrap the whole container. Is it the whole container that I have to wrap in this? Yeah, I have to wrap the whole container in clip r rect, right? So clip r rect so that I can set the border radius to a circular one, right? So border radius cycle, and then 100. So now let me see what I'm gonna get. uh, I'm sensing a delay, right? A delay in response. Why is the and it's funny. Let me go in here and put it on the image itself. There's a delay as to how the machine is responding, and I'm not happy with it because, bro, we are busy. Border radius is circular. Now you do 200 border radius. How is it gonna look like? What? So now we have to also find a way to handle this thing. Is this what you are trying to tell me? Oh no, not today. Not today. You just have to fit in the cycle as we built it there. There's no one or two ways about this. If you're not going to fit in there, then what I am going to do is to actually make you go in here like this. So let's do decoration image. Let's use it as a background image of this, right? So let's call image and call decoration image, and then this is gonna be asset image, right? And then we are gonna call the fruit as our image. Now let's put a child off and then rerun this and see how it's gonna look like. Log in, and then as you can see, we are good to go. There is no or two, three, or four ways about this. Yeah, so you can see that we are so good to go. Our image has fit now, so I can tell you that Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. Who even? Yeah, so now we have our image like this. Now we have our food. What are you guys ordering for? What do you want to order? What is your order? Drop your order and I'm ready to serve you and give you whatever you want to eat, right? So let me go to this and let's check. Now this is the design and that is our output. Yeah, so the app is saying that do this for me, and that should be it. But there is this small button here which is see more. So are we gonna build a see more button, or we'll just ignore it and move on? What are we doing? Yeah, so let's take care of this. And if you look at the screen, it seems that this that we have here, it's even too small, because looking at the screen, everything has actually taken over the whole screen, as you can see. from the up bar, the space between all the elements, all the way down to this. The spaces has been so big that the data has taken the whole screen, right? But we are making sure that we build something that really makes sense, because if you want to follow what exactly is on the UI, I promise you, you're gonna have to go back, scrap your code, and start all over again. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, so what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What I would have to do is to put this in, create a new role. I'm gonna create a new role. Razo, thanks very much for the likes. I really appreciate them, and I want to say thank you, gracias, mirasi, abianto. What's the meaning of abianto? Guys, that's Francais, and I've forgotten what it is. Say apologies, apologies, apologies. Yeah. So what am I gonna have? I'm gonna have a text button. Guys, don't forget to drop the follow, and also check out the YouTube channel. The name is on your screen, Code with Secho. And then from there, don't forget to actually drop a like, follow, and subscribe to the channel for updates on when we go live. Yeah, so see more. Yeah, so this is gonna be see more. See more. Yeah, that's gonna be see more. And then what's gonna be here? This is gonna be the child, right? So up text, is that semi bold or regular? Let's confirm. This is actually regular, and regular 16. So yeah, that is gonna be our text. So it says see more, like this. Let's rerun, and then we have see more. Yeah, so having seen more at the top here, what do you think we should do next? What do you think we should do next? What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do? The text color. We're gonna give it primary bright, because that is the color given to it. Like that. Yeah. So the next thing for us to do is to actually wrap this in a little pattern. Then we can say we are done with this little button, right? So pad it this way, and then you are good to go. So now we can scroll our elements like this, and then click here to see more. If you feel like the see more is too close, then you can have the pattern in symmetric, right? Or we can just have it as 24, and then let's see what we would have. Something like this. This is great. This is perfect. No two ways about it. Yeah, so now this is what we have, and then we can reduce this back to 40, and our elements should be like this. Yeah, Rich made it. Thanks very much for the follow. And have you followed yet? Yeah, thank you very much for the like, and I hope you follow before you go. Yeah, so guys, this is our food category. Let's just create a category of different foods, right? So create food categories. Let's generate food categories, right? So go in here, and then let's do list of food categories. So list of food categories, right? So categorizations or whatever categories. Yeah. Protein, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's just say list of foods, right? So that we can have plantain, banku, cocoyam, blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, say let's pick something from here. For vegetable, for this, don't go there, just give me the list. Let's pick something. We have all this here as well. So let's pick the 10 most popular food. Pizza, pasta, rice, all this, and blah 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 blah. So let's say generate a list of top 10 popular foods. Yeah. Scooby Dooby Doo. Generate a list. Give me a list. Give me a list. Give me a string list. Guys, thanks very much for the follow, right? I really appreciate that follow. Follow, is it follow or follow or follow? Follow. Thanks very much for the follow. Follow, thanks very much for the follow. And fellow, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so what do we do? I'm gonna generate a list of foods, right? So list of foods. So let me just call it foods, right? Oh, guys, sorry. String, and then let's call it foods. Food category. Okay, it is falau. Is it? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, bro. Sorry if I'm not able to mention it like how it is. Of course. Yeah. But I hope all is well, and I really appreciate you actually dropping that like and also dropping the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, so let's have a food carts, which is food categories dot length, and then we are gonna have to select each category. So we can just have a final category, and then we are gonna say food carts and then pass the index. Yeah, it's funny, but bro, how we gonna do it? Just I know you're not gonna fight me over it, so I'm good. Yeah, it's good to have you on board. It's actually good to have you here. I hope you're gonna drop a follow and also check out my YouTube channel so that we can connect and build more beautiful apps like this one. So guys, according to the UI, when we have this, then that means we are done with our app, right? The front end, and then for the home page. Guys, according to the UI, if we have this, as soon as we have this, then we are done. That is what the UI says. It is not me, it is not you, it is not someone else. That is what the UI is saying, right? So we can say that we are done with the home page right now, and we will focus on the other pages. That's what we can say. We can boldly say that. There's no two ways about it. Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. I don't know if it's correct, but yeah, I know it's Scooby Doo. Nobody is gonna fight me, guys. It is Scooby Dooby Doo. Let me see this. Yeah, this is what I've been looking for. I want to see this. It's are you gonna be 15? And then are you saying 15 is too much? So let's have it at only 10. Like this. Can you see the shadow? I can see that shadow. I can see the shadow. So we're gonna drop the radius to 32. At least we should be able to see it, right? Yeah, so we have this. Yeah, so guys, we've been able to build our front end. We have this element here. We can quit the app and start all over again. So Adeboy, is it Adeboy? Thanks very much for the follow, the likes, and don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, guys. The YouTube channel, all the videos are there. This is 100th video on the YouTube channel, the number 100 video on this YouTube channel. So this video is a special one, guys. When you go on there, just don't forget, just drop the follow, just drop the like, and then let's keep it going, right? Let's keep it going. Yeah, so we have our app. Let's check the UI. I want us to do a little bit flex. Let's flex, all right? So let's flex and let people know that we know what we are doing, right? So we have our app. This is the app. The first thing is to, okay, food for everyone. We have it done. Do you have food for everyone? Yes, sir, done. What's the next thing? The login, authentication. Do you have it done? Yes, sir, done. What's the next thing? Homepage. Do you have it done? Yes, sir, done. What's the next thing? We have this. Do you have this done? Yes, sir. Where is it? Uh-oh. Yes, sir. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. We are done. Yeah, so guys, you can see we've built is a React Native. Russell, this is Flutter. This is Flutter. Yeah, this is not React Native. This is Flutter. And are you familiar with Flutter, or you hate Flutter? Oh, it'll be sad if you hate Flutter. Yeah. So guys, what's gonna be the next screen? What is gonna be the next screen? What is gonna be the next screen? Is it gonna be this, the product detail, or it's gonna be this when a product is being searched? Guys, one crazy thing about the app is that as we are building it, as we are building the app, who is gonna use it? Let's think about that. Who is using the app? Who would want to own this app as his own? Who would want to have it there and say, yeah, I built an app like this? Who would want to have this? Because we are just building for fun, right? I build for fun because I like it. I enjoy building for fun. But do you also build for fun, or you build for business? Or you build for business? Yeah, so I want to see the screen that I have to build now. The app was not prototype, right? Sicano, thanks very much for the likes. Sicano, thanks very much for the likes. So the app was not prototyped, which means that we would have to actually find our way around it. I have to find my way around it, right? So the next thing is the product detail. When you select a product, right? When you select a product, now that we have everything on the screen, now that we have everything built like this, when we click on a product, we are supposed to be redirected to that particular product detail, and that is what we would have to do now, right? That is what we will have to do. We have no choice, so we have to do it. So we have to do it, guys. We have no choice. We have no choice. Do you have a choice? No, you don't. Do I? No, I don't. So we build it. So someone will be like, the categorizations and all that is not working. Yeah, the target is to have the UI. Hi, Echo Compson. Hi, what's up? Are you watching? Are you still there? Yeah, Compson, what's popping? Yeah, so guys, let me jump and see what I can do about this before we move to the next screen. So let's build the product detail screen, right? The product detail screen is so simple. I want us to just be quick with it. We would have to build it before we leave this place. After the product detail screen, then we can run away. So get to work. Yeah, so we are gonna get to work. No talking. Shh, just be busy. Just get busy. Let's get busy, guys. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Yeah. So the first screen, I'm gonna create this screen, and I'm gonna go on product detail screen. Yeah, guys, get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Right. Get busy. I'm gonna create a screen called products. And then on this screen, I'm going to create product details on the screen, right? So product details on the screen. Guys, shh, don't talk. Shh, don't talk, right? Yeah. Okay, so after this, what's the next thing we do? We import. I know very well that when someone is watching that video, he's going to be like, do I have a problem with my mic? It's my speaker working. That's what someone is gonna say. Yeah, so let me work on this. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? We have to make this stack clickable, right? This stack has to be clickable, and that is what I'm gonna do. So when you click on one stack, you are supposed to be navigated to that corresponding screen, that food, whatever you click, you have to be taken to its screen, right? So what do I have to do? I have to go in here. Do I use gesture detector or I use inkwell? I am gonna use gesture detector. So when I tap on gesture detector, I am gonna navigate to its corresponding screen. So material page route, and then the route is gonna be pointing to the product details screen, right? So product details screen, that is where the route is going to be pointing to. Yeah, so down there the child of this is going to be this, and then we should be good to go. So now when I click on a particular product, I have to be redirected to the screen, then I can focus on that screen. Oh my god. Pew, then I'm here. Yeah, so now on the product details screen, we are just gonna build something cool right now. In here we need only one thing, which is the product, right? So we can have a final string. It's just gonna be a product. We don't have a model for this, so we are gonna have final string product, and in here we are gonna call required, and then it should be this dot product, right? And that's all. So what we have to do is to take a second look at the product screen. So we are gonna have this and this. Whew. Yeah, so let's jump into our scaffold. Gonna call app bar, and then our app bar is gonna be leading, and let's set the leading width to double dot infinity, right? So the leading width is going to be double dot infinity, and then our leading is going to be a row. So create that row and call it Sigobe. 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 Yeah, so yeah, echo. Oh guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, don't forget to drop a subscription. Yeah guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please just subscribe and check out the other videos. All right, check out the other videos. Clack it, clack it, clack it. I know you guys will do that. So yeah, thank you in advance. And if you're watching, all right, don't forget to also like the video, ask questions, all right, drop comments so that I would reply you, and then TikTok would think that, oh, we are doing something crazy. All right, when you are dropping the comments and I'm replying, TikTok is gonna feel like, oh, we are doing something crazy. That's what TikTok is gonna feel, oh, which when we are not doing anything crazy, yeah, but TikTok is gonna feel like, oh, they are doing something crazy, and it will start like suggesting the video. It will start suggesting the video for other people to watch. To be like, oh, you don't know, there's something crazy going on Code with Secho. They are having a good conversation, they are chatting, so go in there and support. Then we are gonna have a lot of followers, a lot of supporters, and we will move forward. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, yeah, let's just have fun, right? Software engineering or software development, it's not supposed to be so difficult, right? Software development or mobile applications development, it's not supposed to be so difficult. It's not supposed to be that difficult. So yeah guys, don't stress, don't worry, you are in a good hands. Yeah, so what do we do now? We would make sure that this row it's actually aligned in a pattern, and then the sizing is gonna be in a symmetric way, so horizontal, and then we should have our horizontal like this. Yeah, so we have horizontal. Please boys, are you using JavaScript for the website? Or yeah, so type in, I am building, this is a mobile app, it's not a website, it's actually a mobile app, and I'm using Flutter for it. Sammy, Mr. Samuel, Mr. Sammy Tuga 1, thanks for the follow. Guys, so we have 10 new people in the house, including you, including me. Imagine we have that 10 people on the YouTube channel. I'll be so happy. Like, that would be crazy, right? So guys, if you are connected on the YouTube, TikTok, if you are connected on Twitch, then don't forget to also connect on YouTube, because that's where you're gonna have all the videos that we've been doing so far. So please don't forget to check it out. Yeah, I know you'll do that. So thank you in advance. It's yeah, icon button, and then this button we just gonna have to do some few on press stuff, and the icon is gonna be keyboard backward. So let's change this to keyboard backwards. Yeah, we are gonna have keyboard backwards as our icon, and then on press of this we are navigating back, right? So we are just gonna call navigator dot pop this context, and that should be it. So let's rerun our app, take it from the top, log in, look through the foods and pick this, and then when we click this we pop. Yeah, so what do we have to do? Let's take this pattern off, refresh, and see what we are gonna have. So this becomes a pattern. Yeah, so that should work for us. Yeah, what is this also gonna be? This is also gonna be an icon button, but this icon button is gonna be used to like the item, right? So we are liking, that is what we are doing. So instead of the left arrow and the pop, we are going to use this like, and on top we are doing a different thing to do like a product. That's going to be the to do. Yeah, so to do is like product, and then this is going to be heart, like this. So we just have to import Cupertino, then we should be good to go. Something like this. Yeah, so tap this, you are good. Tap this, you are going back. Phew. Yeah, guys, so it's that simple, it's that straightforward. It's not any libi laba laba. It's not any huge deal. It's that simple for us to actually get that. So the next thing for us is to one, we have to make sure that our button is aligned in the bottom. We have to make sure we have that. And how do we achieve that? We have two ways of achieving that. The first way is this. You use bottom navigation bar, right? And because bottom navigation bar takes a widget, we are going to use the app buttons that we have, the app button widget that we have, right? We are going to call the app button, and then we'll call our field button as a child. No problem. That is good. Oh, no problem. Oh, it's okay. Oh, yo, so no go hold me abi. Yo, okay. Yeah, so after that, what do we have in there? We are gonna add the element to cart. So we're gonna create a to do, and we're gonna have a to do, and then we'll say add to cart. This is gonna be our to do. Yeah, so this is one, and then the next one is gonna be this. What do we have in there? Add to cart. So we're gonna have add to cart like this. Rerun, and then you have this. All right, this is our button, as you can see. Okay, inside of the scaffold we are going to create body, but let's see what we can do. Extended body is true, so we are going to have this. You can also take this off, it won't spoil anything. So the next thing we are going to do is to have a color. The background color is going to be the primary bright color, and then the text color is going to be the normal white color. So when I rerun, I should now have something like this. Ta-da! Yeah, I have something like this. So what do I do with this particular item? I have to make sure that I add a little padding around the edges. So I'm gonna create this padding, and then all is gonna be 40, like this. Scooby Dooby Doo. That's it. Yeah, so we are good. We are good. As you can see, we are doing good. Blah 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 blah. Black sheep, are you feeling good? Tell me I'm lucky. Are you feeling good? Blah 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 blah. Black sheep, I love it. Blah blah. Black sheep, are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? I swear. Blah blah. Black sheep. Yeah, so like putting on a fake color. Ogami we many a column. Iwe many a column. Potibanu feguli ni a column. Ogami we many a column. Iwe many a column. Oh, potato no, small to. Also, so me come but I'm not the it's a little clue, but it's a man neck or clue, but it's man no. Okoklo Makwan Mofo. Please boys, I using JavaScript. Okay, that's the previous comment that I've sent. Yeah. So what do we do now? Stefano staging best viewers a ballo.com remove space. Okay, so guys, I am new to this, right? I'm new to Twitch. And then sometimes I be live, I see some comments on Twitch, and I'll be like, is this how it is, or it's like this? I don't know, guys. So I'll get used to it. I'll get to understand it. But let me see if I can send a hi to inside of the channel, and let's see what's gonna be in there. So we're gonna have a child here. The child is column as usual, and column is gonna have children. And the first child of the column is gonna be, let's see, it's gonna be this container, right? Continue with Google. It's gonna be this container. So just this one. Yeah. So we are gonna have a container, and then the container should be able to handle all that, right? So let me see. I thought, guys, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, this looks great. Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. Yeah. Okay, so now let me jump into business. Guys, I have to respond to a message in here. It's very important. So, yeah, so now let me build this container. What am I doing? I'm even focusing on this. Yeah, so let me build this container. I'm gonna give it a height and width as this. So 240, 241. So we are gonna have 240 height, 240 width. So 240 height, and then width is gonna be 240 as well. Phew. Decoration, I'm gonna have a box decoration, and then the shape is gonna be a cycle. And then the color is gonna be white, like this, and then I'm gonna have shadow. So let me create a box shadow, and then the color is gonna be black with values alpha, and then I'm gonna have 0.1. Then after that I'm gonna have the blur radius at 40, and then I'm gonna have offset as offset of 0, and then 40. Yeah, so let's rerun this, and let's set cross axis alignment to center. Yeah, so let's run this, and we are gonna have this. Yeah, so this is gonna be our image. This is what we are gonna use for the image. Clack it, clack it, clack it, clack it. Yeah, so guys, clack it as we are clacking it. Yeah, so why is my image not in the center? My image is supposed to be in the center. Why is it not in the center? Wrap this in center and let's see. Clack it, clack it, clack it. Yeah, so now the last thing for us to do is to have this image as a background image for this, right? So we are gonna have image, and then we are gonna create a decoration image, and then it's gonna be assets image, and then we are gonna call widgets dot food or dot product. Yeah, so that particular image becomes the image of our product, right? So we click this, we have this. I click on this, I have this. I go back and I click on something else, I have this. What if I go all the way to click on this? I have this. All right, so the next thing for me to do is set the fit. So I'm gonna set fit, and then it's gonna be cover like this. Yeah, so after having my food, the next thing for me to do is to build the easy screens, guys. Build the easy screens, and then I'm good to go. So what are the easy screens? Are they really easy? We are about to find out. Clack it. Yeah, so we have to do this dots, annotations and all that. Oh my god, do we need to do this? Do we need to do this? Do we need to do this? Or do we have to do this? Yeah, so we are gonna have to do this. Let's have this. Let's have it. Let's have it. This column container is gonna be in a column like this. Let's have it. Let's have it. All right, and then in that column we are gonna have a row. Let's have it. And then we are gonna have children. Let's have it. So we are gonna have to generate a list of children, and the length is, let's just say 4. This is gonna be index, and this is gonna be like this. So we're returning cycle avatar, and then the radius is gonna be so small, so we are gonna set the cycle avatar radius to 1.0. So now if we run this, we should have something like this. Now our main axis is gonna be in the center, so let's run, and then we should have something like this. So now go back and check the sizing for each of this. So it's 8.0. So yeah, my fault, my bad. Yeah, so we are gonna have 8.0 like this, and then the next thing is a little spacing from here. So constant size box. Oh, I don't want to be making mistakes when I'm typing size box, but it's always happening. Height is 8.0 as well. So let's run this, and then we have this. The height is not enough. 32. Yeah, now we should have something closer to this. But we have to make sure that the shadow is deep. The shadow is a lot, but what we're gonna do is to make sure that the shadow is actually visible, right? So the 0.1 can be reduced to something like this, and now the shadow should be visible like this. Yeah, so anonymous, thanks very much for the likes. You are actually anonymous. I wish I could see you or I know you, but you are anonymous. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it that way. Thank you very much, anonymous. I really appreciate you liking my video. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, and don't forget to drop that follow, right? That follow, the most important part of all the video is that follow. When you drop the follow, oh my god, it's like wow, this is great. Yeah, so I think I feel like the 8 is too much. Looking at the UI and then what we have here, the 8 is too much. If it is nothing, then it should be this. Yeah, but again, this feels like oh, it's too much. And what we can do is reduce the offset a little. So we can reduce this offset to this. Yeah, so now we have something like that. And then I know the color we are gonna use. So the color for this is gonna be the gray text color, right? So gray text color, and then it should be looking like this now. Yeah, I think it's this C4. Yeah, see, let me see, is it the same C4? Nah, it's not. Yeah, as soon as I wrote it and I saw it. So we're gonna have to set a constant color, and then this, and then this, then this. Yeah, so now we should have our color like this. Now all we have to do is to make sure that if this element is the first one in the index, then the then what? Yeah, Alexander, it is flatter again and again and again, flatter for life. Yeah, so we can create a bool, right, and I'll call it its last item. So its last item is to check that the index is equal to 3. Okay, all right. I hope the person is still there though. Yeah, so for the color we are gonna have to do is last item. Let's check if it's the last item. And if it's the last item, then we are gonna have the primary bright color, as we will have that one. Oh, sorry, it's first item. When I start to make those mistakes, then you should know that my battery is going down. Yeah, so now we have this. Yeah, on the normal, what we are supposed to be doing with this image is that this have to be scrollable, right? So we would have to use a page view to actually display this image, so that when we swipe left we will see another image, when we swipe right we will see another image. Do I have to do that for you guys? I'll use it as a last element. That will be our bar byte stuff, but right now let's build the rest of the section, and then that should be it, right? That should be it. Okay, so we are gonna have to create this. What's the name? This is a semi bold 28, and this is bold 22, right? So what do we do after this? Yeah, so we have this. The next thing we are gonna do is to create this element, right? I think the sizing from that should be like can actually, sorry, the space between them, yeah, 40. That's crazy. Okay, so we are gonna have a constant of a sized box with a height of. One thing about the design is that it is not so complicated. It is just clean and straight to the point, right? It's not so complicated like other designs, and that's one cool thing I'm really enjoying about this particular thing whilst building it. So we have 40. Then we are gonna have this text, so let's call our app text. Phew, my app text, and then I'm gonna call semi bold, and the text is gonna be in there. The font size is it 28 or something like that? What's the font size, by the way? 28, yeah, and this is 22. So UI says that we should make the font size 28 SP. So let's try that and see what we are gonna have. So now the name of this particular product is what we are gonna do. We would have to take the name from the product model. We would have to take the name from the model. You know that, right? Or you don't know. If you don't know, then sorry. But if you know, then that is great. Yeah, so this is gonna be bold, and color is gonna be 22. Sorry, the color is gonna be primary bright, right? Primary bright, and then this will be the price. So Let's give it some price. I'm in Ghana, so we are gonna have GHS 322.30.00. Yeah, it's money, so 230.00, and then we are gonna have this. Yeah, so if we should check the spacing from this to this, it's 7. That should be 8.0, right? So let's create this constant for sized box, and then the height, just put it at 8.0, then we should be good to go. Yeah, like this. Okay, so we have this. Let's group these two as one element. So column children, and then we'll have these two. Yeah, so this becomes the product. There's a product image. No, there's a product image. This is what is this one? Yeah, this is the buttons down here, and this is the name of the product and the price. So the next one is let me check, is it the same? Yeah, the same 40 spacing. So the next one is the delivery information, and then we are going to have the return policy. So the delivery information is semi bold of 18 and black. All right, so let's build that. Right, so we are going to have the same app text, and then semi bold of 17. Okay, so semi bold of 17, and that's semi bold of 16, and semi bold itself, it's already 16, so we wouldn't have to specify the size anymore, right? So let's take the size off, and we are gonna change this to delivery info. Is that it? Yeah, to delivery, so delivery info. Yeah. War. Take me back to design. Yeah. I go get plenty money. I know everything in your. I know. Right, smart to me. So Monica to me. So yeah. So what we have to do is to have our delivery info, and this is gonna be our regular. So what is going to be, it's going to be a regular of 16, and then the color, as for the color is not here, but we would have to use the gray text color. So this is going to be regular. What is going to be, is going to be, so what's the text between what, blah 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 blah. What's the text? Can't I have this text? Okay. Let me see if I'm gonna have this text, or it's gonna be more than that. I can't tell. Yeah, great. So this is regular, and this is gonna be gray text color, right? Yeah, gray text color. Now let's rerun, and then we are gonna have this. So how is this so small? Okay, yeah, this regular size has to go off. Scooby Dooby Doo. Why would you tell me that the height, the size is so small compared to what he is giving us? So he is giving us 16, and this is how it looks like. What's the spacing between these two? 8.0. Yeah. So all we have to do is to have this in a column and align the children to start. So cross-axis alignment should go to start, and then this should go to this, right? Oh, sorry. Let's do children, and then this should be this. Now rerun, and then you have something like this. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. So what he did, according to the UI, he broke the line like this. This was how he broke the line. Just, yeah, that's how he broke the line. It's crazy, but actually, how we could do it? So if we should set the parent cross axis to start, most of the things are gonna move to the start, but we just have to move them to the center, right? So main axis alignment for this particular image, where is it? So if we should center you, you're gonna be there. That's great. And then what's the next thing? If we come here, we can also center this, right? So let's just drop it in the center, then we should be good to go. Okay, it's not going in there. Now what do we do? Nah, it's not this, it's actually this tomatoes veggies. Sorry. Yeah, to cross axis center. If you are not going, then what we have to do is to just wrap you in a center and then have you in there. Yeah, so that is looking good. That is looking great. Now we have our delivery information and everything. So what we have to do, what do we have to do? What exactly do we have to do? The spacing, number 1, 40. Yeah, so the spacing, which is the first thing here. So first thing first is this, right? This spacing. So I want us to have it at the top rather. Yeah, so let's have it showing exactly the space that we've taken away from that, and also let's have this. Sure. Yeah, so let's have this, and then that should show the space that we have on top of it. Yeah, and then the next thing, which is probably gonna be the last thing, is also this element and the spacing between them. What are you trying to tell me? How can you say the space between this and this is what? It's 6. It even looks like it's more than the 40. Ah. It even look like it's more than the 40. So that should be return policy. Let's write our return policy. So we're gonna have return policy like this. And what is the return policy? All foods are blah 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 blah. All foods are double checked before leaving our store. So by any case you found a broken food, please contact our hotline. That is what the return policy is saying. This developer was actually intentional about the designs, right? They all make sense. Yeah, so now we have this. Yeah, this is what we have now. I want to take off the break line from this, and then let's make Thursday. So now we are gonna have this. Yeah, so guys, that is what we have. This is what we have, and it is looking good. One thing I want us to build before we leave here is very simple. It's easy, but it might get confusing if you don't pay attention. So pay attention to what we are about to do. We are gonna build multiple of this particular container, right? Multiples of this container, but we have to make sure that it makes proper sense, right? So the first thing we would do is to create a page view, right? But before creating a page view, we'll wrap this in a sized box. Yeah, and then the width and the height is going to be the same of that of the container, right? Then in here we are going to have something called a page view, and the children of the page view is going to be that container, that same container, that same container, and that same container, like 4. So let's rerun, and this is what we have. This is what we have now. Yeah, so now what do we do? Do we do something? Yeah, we would have to do something big, which is that we would have to take the shadow, unfortunately. If we don't want to take the shadow, then we would have to increase this, right, to 300, like this. And then after increasing that to 300, this is what we would end up getting, right? And because we don't want to get that, we have to reduce this to 240 in the page view, and then we kind of take off the shadow, or we'll just push it down. We can't even push it down, so we just have to take it off like this. Phew. That is sad, guys. That is sad. It's sad our shadow is gone. So we are gonna have to do this like this, and then what we will do is that we are gonna reuse this for all the elements, because if we don't, our elements are gonna be replaced. Yeah, so now we have this. The next thing is to create the page view controller and all that. So let me go and do this final page view controller. Yeah, final page controller is page controller. So we are gonna have this, and then I can do integer of selected. No, I don't think I need this. I don't need. Okay, I need it. Yeah. Yeah, I need it. So yeah, let me do selected page index, right? Page index, which is 0. I'll do, don't do, I'll do, don't do, I'll do. So we are gonna set the page controller, and then it's gonna be this. And on page changed, the value, or let's just say the index, right? We are going to pick the value, or let's just pick the index of the changed page, and then we are going to set states, and then we'll say the selected index is equal to the index. Yeah. Phew. So this is what we are going to do, right? And then that should be it. Now if we come down here, what we are going to do is that if the selected index is equal to the index of this, selected page index is equal to this index, then that becomes is selected, right? So let's do this, and let's change the name from its first item to its selected item, right? So now we have this. Okay, now we have this. What is the next way? What is the way forward? We would have to, on page changed, yeah, we are changing this. So now let's do this. Go here, select an item, and then guys, this is what we have. This is what we have. Yeah, in order to prevent the elements showing from edge to edge like that, we can actually increase this particular edge, the width, to be double dot infinity. Let's make it double dot infinity and see how it's gonna be like. Yeah, so now this is what we have. It's looking so good, guys. The app, it's so smooth. If you want to sell it, who wants to have this app? Guys, if you want to sell the app, you have to contact me so that I'll give it to you. I'll give you the code. I'm gonna make the code available so everybody can have access to it and build it for themselves. Yeah, so we can add to cart from the button here, and then we can also go back, or we can decide to also like this particular item. Yeah, so that is what we have. This is what we have. We have a very beautiful looking app, as you can see. Yeah, so Clark it, guys. Is it Clark it or Clark it? whatever. So yeah, now we have this, and we have the click event worked on. Tomorrow, am I saying tomorrow? Yeah, in the next episode, let me say the next episode, or in the next build. Yeah, so in the next build, we would have to know the screen that we are building, right? We would have to know the screen that we are building. Where is the cat? Yeah, we can build the cat. Is there a reason to using normal Flutter state instead of Riverport? Yeah, this is just an app that we are building, or I am building for fun. So having Riverport, I think I would use Riverport when I need to use it. Currently, the stuff that I'm just doing are just dummy stuff for the UI to have it look exactly as it is on the design. So if it is an app that we would have to use or give out, then I would have to use Riverport and stuff. But yeah, that is why. Please don't forget to follow, right? And also don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. This is the number 100 video in the YouTube channel. Officially 100 videos. The number 100 video in the YouTube channel. Hey, did I say channel? And all of them are about mobile development, software development, just vibes, enjoy, build, 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 and build. Yeah, Josie already followed. I'm also a Flutter guy. I love Flutter. Yeah, bro, you have to love Flutter. If you don't like Flutter, then what else are you gonna love? Forget about your woman, right? Forget about girlfriend. Forget about boyfriend. Forget about partner. If you have Flutter in your life, you have everything. Clark it. If you have Flutter in your life, my brother, my sister, my friend, you have everything, right? Forget about any other thing. Flutter is the way to go. Yeah, so guys, we are gonna build the cat screen. Yeah, typing. I can tell you that with Flutter, you are good to go. You don't need. Nah, I've been single for so long. Now I can't even remember the last time I saw a morning message like, "Hi babe, what's up?" I don't even know how it feels like, because I've been single for so long, for very long. Yeah, so guys, forget when you have Flutter, when you have mobile apps you are busily building, then you're good to go. So I'm gonna build. Let's build a screen, right? Let's build a cat screen. Most of you think I'm gonna say, okay, let's close and continue in the next episode. No, we are gonna build a cat screen. After the cat screen, then we can say bye bye to this particular build. Then we'll go to the build 3, or I think build 4. Yeah, so let's build the cat screen and then we can run away. Did you design all the Figma designs? They look really good. Yeah, I didn't design it, right? This is a designer. I think, okay, I would have to add the link, right? So I did not design it. I went online there. I normally look for random designs, and then I build the apps. Yeah, that is me, and that's mostly what I'm doing, or what I've been doing too. This one is from one good designer. I think it's a Nigerian. I'll add the app link to the description of the video and his profile. Then you can check out other designs of his, right? Yeah. So guys, let's do this and then we run away. So what new screen are we gonna build? What new screen are you gonna build? Products. We have products. And we're gonna build one screen called cats. Cats screen. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have that. And for the product, I'm gonna rename it to product screen. Everything has to end with screen. If you're a screen, you have to end with screen. So we go to home page and then we will change this to products screen, right? Oh. Yeah, so what are we doing next? Cut screen. Yeah, let's create a cut screen. So go in here and then create this cut screen like this, and then we are gonna create a stateful project, call it cut screen. And I don't know why now I always want to, I feel like writing the import myself. I feel like I should go there and write the import myself. Is that IntelliJ? Please look different. Yeah, this is Android Studio, but now it's powered by IntelliJ, so it looks exactly like the normal IntelliJs out there, but this particular one is designed specifically for Android Studio. Scaffold as usual, and then app bar. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so let's give the app bar our background. I created a background for app bar, but you know they peak. It doesn't want to work that way. So I'm just gonna have to drop it this way, and let's call the leading that. Now you're used to leading with. I need only the leading. So the leading is gonna be this. So keyboard. Yeah, let's pick it from here. We don't have to rewrite everything. You know that, right? Yeah, we don't have to rewrite everything, like, bro, we don't have to. Yeah, and then the next thing we are gonna do is to create the title, and then from there we can do other stuff. So let's first link it up. The home page. Now I'm not creating. Let's go to the home screen. Look into the app bar, look into my eyes and tell me what you see. I see Apollo. Yeah, so we are gonna navigate to the cut screen when this is being called, right? So navigator dot off, no, let's just use the push directly. Since it picks the context, we are going to use the material page routing. Guys, generate it for me. I don't want to stress myself. So we're going to call the build our route, and then the route will be pointing to which route are we going to. Cut screen. You are welcome, my boss. All of you are my bosses. Everybody watching is my boss. I'm just a small boy that is trying to build an app, and I'm waiting for you, my bosses, to show me the way. Yeah, so this, and then click on this, and then we are here. Click on this, and we should be back. So yeah, the app feels so smooth. It feels very smooth and cool, and I'm loving it. Yeah, so what is the next thing for us to do? Let's set the title, and then we should be good to go. We're gonna call title, and the title is gonna be our app text. So app text dot, is it regular or semi-bold? Let's see, this is semi-bold of 18. I really hate navigation. I think Go Router makes it easier. Can I ask how you created a home page with the faces? The home page like this. Yeah, so I can't even explain how it started, right? We've done a few things. I think yeah, so this is where, okay, the screen before, I think that's the onboarding. Okay, that's the onboarding screen. All right, we'll take a look at that, but let me create this. Okay, so let's call this orders, and then let's center the title to true. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. But the video, even the video is available in the YouTube channel. So let me rerun the whole app, and let's see from the start. Yeah, so for this one, this particular screen has a, we used stack, and then the background color has to be the color, as you can see, the one behind, the orange. And then the stack has two elements. We align this two, which is this image and this text, at the top in a column, right? And then we put this, we align it all the way to the bottom, right? And then after that, we focused on these two images, so we downloaded them as a png. We group the image, these two image, and group them as a png, then we bring them down here. So after bringing them down here, we have to make sure that we build a particular, what's the name, box with a gradient that will rise from the bottom all the way to the neck of the image, like how we have it here. So it's a whole process that we took, and in order to get this, so that's just the basic overview of what we did. But if you want to have a detailed look at it, yeah, yeah, so now you have to watch it on the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's in the, I think the episode 1, right? It's in the episode 1, and so you can check out the YouTube channel Code with Secho, and then you can have access to it. It was actually fun, right? It was fun building it, so you should check it out. Yeah, so guys, let's jump in here, and then jump in here. Now we have all this. We want to build this particular button down here, but you know, you don't have to rebuild it. I told you, if you've done it once, then you can do it again. Just go to the product detail screen and look for our image, which is our bottom nav, and pick this. Right, pick this. You don't have to do much, bro. If you already struggled to build the first one, all you have to do is reuse it. If I want to, I would have to make it a reusable component, then we can call it again. That's, wow, I'll need to watch your YouTube on it. Yeah, you would have to, brother. Yeah, so we can say start ordering. All right, so add to cart becomes start ordering, and start ordering or will just take you to either the home page or the all items page, right? So I know that's how it's gonna be like. Yeah, I know that's how it's gonna be like. So we can just do navigator.pop. We can just pop this, and then it should just take you back to where you came from. It should take you back to where you came from, because what the hell? Let me do just pop this context. Yeah, so now when you let's go here. Start ordering takes you back. Unpriced, why are you not doing that? Let's see what we have on our leading. Navigator.pop context. Okay, let's just pop directly like that and see. Scooby Dooby Doo. What? Pass the context. Yeah, so yeah. Now we go, why do I always jump here? We do this. Now start here, you do this, start here, you do this. Yeah, so now the next thing is for us to build this. It is very simple. It's gonna be the straightforward and simplest thing for us to do, right? So all we're gonna do is to go inside this, create body. We're gonna align the elements in the center. We're not even gonna stress over padding, right? So we're gonna align the element in the center. The child is gonna be a column, and then the children is gonna be like this. So the first one is gonna use the app text, and then blah 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 blah. Guys, I'm excited building this because the UI is so beautiful. That is me. When I'm building an app with a pretty UI, I get so excited. Yeah, that is me. So apologies if you feel like I'm too excited, bro. I have to be, because the UI is beautiful. And then anytime I build an app with beautiful UIs, I feel like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I did that. Like, I love that signature. As a developer, right? As a developer, when you build, your signature is your product. So if you, okay, cards, that's not an image, right? How do you get the UI to be that beautiful? Because I always have basic colors or basic UI. Yeah, so that's what I said. If you check the episode one of the image, right? Sorry, I said image. Yeah, if you check the episode one of this particular build, we I normally go online and then I just search for the design. It gives me a lot of them. All I have to do is to just go through them and find the one that looks best or that looks good to me. Yeah, so I don't do anything special. I just take my time and look through all the designs and then pick the one that looks good. Yeah. So what are we going to look for? We are looking for this. So we're going to build a static string and cat's image. So that means you would have to watch from episode one, not just episode two. Yeah, to see the steps in finding the best image, finding an image that works, and then we just go ahead and then use it. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have this. It looks good. It looks good to me. Yeah. Have you gotten access to the image yet, or you are still checking? So we are not going to get the actual height of this, but I think we can give it something that will make it stand up. So height should start from 120. Let's do 120 height. And is this okay? Yeah, this looks okay. Yeah, correct. This is okay. So the next thing is just for us to build this text, build it, and then that should be it. So let's pick this up text, and then we are gonna have to build the semi bold, which is this, and it's gonna be 28 actually. Okay, so we would have this. Yeah, font size is gonna be 28. If that is 28, then it's either we are doing the 28 or we'll just do 22, right? So no orders yet. That becomes the text. So no orders yet, and then we have this. Why is the image shifted to? And I thought the image is gonna be here. Oh god. Why does it look like the image and this particular text are not well aligned? Oh, my heart. This design is so good. I don't want to be having issue with the elements that we download from the Figma. Yeah, so the next item is gonna be this text, and the text is just the 16 and then the regular. So let me copy it, and then we are gonna drop it here. Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. We are gonna set the color, and then we're just gonna do the gray text color, and that should be it. So now we have something like this, and this becomes a regular, so we're gonna have something like this. Now all we have to do is to make sure that we break our element into two, right? So let's set the align to center first. Since we don't have that, we would have to go here pick the alignments and then use it here as well. Is it the regular? Yeah. Ehun seka keku agbanuma abeku mami nkwanu makegu ehun seka keku. So align is gonna be center, and what we are gonna do is to first put a spacing between these two elements. So the spacing is around 30 and the spacing here is around 17. Yeah, so what we are going to do is that these two are going to be in a separate column. Let's separate them since they are related so that we can actually manipulate them anyhow we want, right? So we are going to have them here, and before that we would have to set the sizing, right? So sized balls is going to have a height of is it going to be 32? That's what the UI says, something around 30. Yeah, like this. And then we are gonna have something next, and which means this element is gonna be in a pattern, and in that pattern I don't want to put it in a pattern, right? I rather want to break the line, so down below, right? So I rather want to break the line like this and have it go this way. Yeah, so this is what this is how it's looking like. The next thing is to set this size box height to 16.0, and then that should be it. Yeah, so it's either we are having that or we are having something more less, something lesser, which is this. Yeah, so we are having this. Now the question is, are we gonna leave our image looking like this? Because this is it in the center, but looking at it in the text, it seems that the text is a little bit either the text is centered, the image is centered, so we would have to shift the image a little so that it will be in line with the text. Alright, so we are gonna do only right, and then 24. So let's do this, and then we should now have this. Yeah, so guys, we have our screens looking good. We have our screens looking good now. So if we should check out everything, we start this way. We go to get started, we go to log in, we have our screens like this. All right, we have our screen like this, and then the next thing is that we can scroll between this elements. We can scroll between these elements and even select and unselect them. When we open this, we are opening our drawer, and then when we open this, we are going to the detailed view of this particular product. We can change the products, and then by using a page view. After that, we can go to our cart, and then they say no orders yet. Yeah, so that is what we have as no orders yet, right? So guys, that has been can we say bye bye to what we've started? This has been a great episode. This has been a great build, and I've learned something new. It's just me trying to speed up my build process, and that is the whole idea of this live streams, and also to bring together developers that want help or that need help, or developers that just want to connect with other developers. So guys, don't forget to check out the channel, the YouTube channel. The video is there for you to watch, so don't forget to check it out, and also be in touch whilst we build this app to the end. So that is that, and then I'll see you in the next build. Bye bye.